Well, whilst we're on the topic of punishment and grid penalties and penalty points, can we talk about Bottas again, but this time being impeded by Yuki Tsunoda? And how?
Oh yeah, Tsunoda. Yeah,
Tsunoda got
he got end up penalties as well, didn't he?
Yeah, so he ended up with the same penalty, a 3-place grid penalty for impeding Bottas, and then 1 penalty point on his license. And now this is something
after a pretty good lap as well.
Yeah, it was a very good lap, and this is something I actually disagree with. I've watched this footage back time and time again, just because it's been available on my phone. It was played so many times through the pre-race coverage because it was the drama preceding the race, and at no point was Yuki on the racing line through turn 6 or 4. I don't know what turn it was. It was, just before sector 2. The right-hander.
It's weird, Austria, isn't it? Because the corners are sort of not really proper corners in some places.
You've got the first turn,
6 proper corners.
The second kink, the third.
I think it's 5.
Right. So it might be the 4th and 5th, the double right-hander. There's a 4th and 5th turn where he, in my eyes, stayed as far left as humanly possible to stay off the racing line. At no point was Bottas anywhere near him, but received a 3-place grid penalty for impeding Bottas, and I'm really not sure what else he could have done apart from driven on the gravel to get out of the way. I thought it was very harsh, and it was a shame because actually he qualified quite well. In retrospect, he then gave Russell his best qualifying position ever, which was the beginning of a pretty good weekend for Russell, if you look at it from some points of view. So, I'm a bit 50-50 on the matter, but I do think it was quite harsh.
Yeah, sadly, there was a few drivers that benefited from drivers ahead of them getting penalties, giving them the possibility for a good result. But not in neither case did it really come to fruition. So obviously Lando ended up P3 because of Bottas's penalty. But yeah, it was something of a tale of penalties in qualifying. I didn't really get a proper view of the Tsunoda incident, so I can't really comment on it too badly. I have to watch it back afterwards. But it did feel like when you've got a track that short, at one point there were 16 cars on track going into I think it must have been the Q1 session, and the very, very end, people trying to set laps to get out. It's always going to be busy. It's a short track. There must have been all sorts of impeding going on. Why that one was singled out, I'm not really sure. I didn't get the sense that it was as serious as they made it out to be.